In the modified car scene, the people are represented by separate yet equally important groups. The fabricators, who modify and create works of art, and the tuners, who connect via USB 2, press page up, and supply you with maximum area under the curve. These are their stories.
No, don't break the door handle. See what happens. No cameras, no cameras. Righto, Hoff, we've done the run-in, we've done the oil change. Time for some power tuning on 98. What do you reckon?
I did one for there, 100, one already. I think I'll go 500 overall. 98, and then I'll leave it. Is this 584 should go on the 700s?
Is it going to be gearbox?
Providing the gearbox wants to go down, and providing the converter doesn't get really slippy.
Oh yeah. Righto, we're in the middle of tuning Wayne's car, and it's going to make decent power. It has already. It's made 595 on wastegate pressure on the 85 pretty easily, which is great. Made about 511 on really basic 98 tune, just a safe one. The problem is it's had this intermittent noise in the front of the engine, and it seems like it's going to be the timing chain tensioner is not happy, so we are going to stop now and go and have a look at that, because it's potential engine destruction if it does fail altogether. It's been sort of off and on making little rattly noises through the whole event, and also making it difficult to get the cam timing, the VCT right. So yeah, it sounds like it's going to fall a bit, so we better stop now and stick it back on the trailer and fix it, I suppose. Apparently it's a common problem with certain brands of timing chain kit, which we unfortunately have used. Take two, we're back down at Cleveland at the Hoffs to do the final tuning on the wagon. The timing chain tensioner failed, and we subsequently replaced it with a genuine Ford item, and it's all good. It's done a fair bit of driving since then. We've been out cruising in it and that sort of thing. It's all working well, so we're just bringing it back down to do the power tuning. I think it's only running 15 pound. We haven't even used the wastegate as yet, so the Mac valve. So here's Wayno.
Looking forward to a good day.
Hoff's down here on a Sunday, like the true gentleman he is, so let's get it done. coming in on a Sunday.
That's all
You're a
right.
legend. You work too hard.
Okay.
What are you expecting out of this bad boy?
What turbo was it?
GTX 3584 RS with a 121. That was at £15, I think, that one.
Yeah. So we did 3 hours at glide car yesterday and made 732. Ran out of turbo. But that had a smaller rear than that. Oh, we'll see.
So it should
700
make
to
around the
800.
700s.
700 to 800 zone. This is a lot more lossy transmission than a ZF. So
Yeah,
if you had a ZF, I'd say I'd go 800.
nice.
Talking about that before. Here's the other half.
So as you can see, we've had some carnage. The tail shaft twisted in half. That happens to the Hoff a little bit, actually. So that's us for the day. We got to 720 horsepower at the wheels at 6,300 RPM, so she's pretty healthy. Unfortunately, the tail shaft and probably not the gearbox anymore aren't. So that'll be a push onto the trailer job and have a cry about it, I think. So that's us for Wayne's car, but we do have John's car here as well. We're going to do the carburetor tune on it, so we'll push Wayne's out of the way and start on the next one. This is where the Hoff tail shafts go to die. This is here as a sacrificial sort of a offering to the gods of tail shaft, but clearly the gods did not accept it at this point. So hopefully not too much other damage. Shapes.
Right on the build.
Yeah.
The whole thing, the uni stayed on the diff. It's half of the diff. Look at that fan still, it's not good compared to the start? Air or fuel?
Oh yes, we did that. Freshened up engine, and it's something that we didn't have last time we were on film, is this carburetor. I was contacted by Ray from Rage Carburetors. He's a carburetor specialist down in Bow Desert, in southwest of Brisbane, and he sort of schooled me up on the fact why the carby we had wouldn't work, and it's sort of a little bit complicated. You know, he offered to build us a carburetor to suit, and we've changed it to E85 purely because all the fuel system and stuff was not going to handle methanol. It's just too much fuel volume required, so we've converted it to E85. So that's a custom built carburetor that Ray did for us. There'll be some footage of us hanging out at his place. He's got some serious machinery to build custom carburetor parts, so it's really interesting to see, you know, someone who's at the top of their game, even if it is carbies, which we're not normally interested in. So Ray's actually going to come and help us to do the tuning. He's going to be here shortly, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens tuning a blow-through carby on the dyno. It's the Hoff shop dog. You excited for this, Hoff?
I will be when it's laptop first.
Half laptop, half screwdriver.
Haven't done one yet, so this will be a first.
Talk us through it, Hoff. What are you up to?
I just built an ignition table. Now I'm just setting up some safeties. So hopefully it'll react faster than I can if stuff doesn't go right.
Just the same sort of stuff you do on an injected car.
Yeah, just without the fuel table. It's exactly the same. It's cool actually.
It's going to stay at 0%. You never know who you're going to run into at the Hoffs. Nathan, how you going?
Who's the Hoff?
That big giant, that big guy there.
Oh, the Hoff, yeah, right.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's the guy off Knight Rider.
Yes.
That probably went over anyone that's younger than me's head.
No, no. I don't think he'd fit in kit though.
I reckon he could probably scrunch himself in there.
One leg either side of the centre console, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be a,
sit in the back seat like Hightower.
Yeah.
Again, no one's going to get that unless they're old like me.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So, just like any other EFI car off, we've got to do the timing check and all that sort of stuff. That's
Got to know where it is. Have you done that? No. John has.
I know where the mark is, and it's probably not easy to see.
I might lock it at 20 or something and see if we can get it to 20. The way it idles properly. It still smells like transmission fluid.
Yeah, it's a bit whiffy. I think it's soaked into my thongs. a quick pull there, Hoff. What was that all about?
Well, it's always a good idea to check that your timing's actually doing what you're asking it to do before you do a full run.
Okay.
I had no idea whether it was going to have some trim in the background that was adding 10 degrees or something stupid.
So what are we seeing boost-wise? 6 pound?
6 pound and about 23 degrees a time.
Okay.
Which,
So it's dropping boost per
yeah, it's
pound,
all
what
like
we're talking about. Sweet.
Alright boys, how's today been?
Highlight was 720. The low point was KFC because regrets already.
So KFC was worse than the tail shaft line out there?
Yeah, I'm over the tail shaft now. It's all good, loving it.
It's only money.
It's only money meant to be spent, eh?
What about you, John?
Well, the highlight was I didn't have KFC.
No. Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can drive yours off.
You're wiser than the rest of us. You didn't have KF.
520 at the hubs is what I was after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it probably would have made about 720 if you had a try.
Yeah, could have
If you weren't scared of breaking your engine.
Could have been regretting that until I went for that.
Yeah, Hoff wasn't keen on breaking more than one thing today, so all good. Anyway,
Righto.
this is a journey home time, I suppose.
Journey home and
Now the fun stuff starts.
yeah,
Not for one.
go back to work, save some more money.
Go do some racing, John.
Do some racing, get a license, do some racing.
Oh yeah, all that stuff. Alright.
Righto.
Great success, sort of.
Excellent.
How are you feeling about today's activities, Hoff?
seemed relatively easy.
This vehicle with this fresh Rage carburetor on it.
Worked good.
What are we saying about carburetors, even though we pretend that we hate them?
It actually worked pretty decent.
They work pretty good.
Yeah. And now we
And
have
it's also, you've got nothing to do because there's no fuel tables
can't do anything.
and stuff, so we didn't even have to get a screwdriver out. This was fairly right out of the box.
Tickles, what, 3-hour drive?
Yeah. I think it took about 5 times longer to bolt this thing on the dyno than it did to do any dyno runs for a start.
It's done now. Didn't blow up. Has spark plugs.
No melted spark plugs, nothing really have it at all. It just sort of lazily made 520 something horsepower.
So it made enough power that they all got scared the block was going to break, so we
Yeah.
stopped.
It's a bit foreign to us because we don't deal with old V8s much, so it's like, oh really, is the block really going to break in half at 500 horsepower?
I don't want to find out.
So
Pretty sure you can do the rest of the track.
how quick do you reckon this is going to go down the track at 2650 or whatever it is pound?
With that size rear, it'll be in the high, mid to high 9s, I suppose. Should go high 9.
High nines?
Yeah.
Well, I think it did like a 10.2 when with the spark plugs melted off. So
Yeah, but that was probably nice. And it'll leave the line better and it won't drop so much on the gear shift, so that should run over lines. And then we'll just turn it up when he's not scared anymore.
when he gets a billet block, you can turn it up.
This is Ray, our carburetor specialist. You would have seen him in a couple of flashbacks we did. Ray is responsible for the carb build.
And looks like that carby worked pretty good, mate. We just bolted it straight on. I didn't even have to get a screwdriver out. What's going on?
Good, makes me drive easier.
It seems like you might have done it a few times before and knew what needed to go into that thing.
What's the old saying? A squirrel finds a nut. Went down the inside. Yeah, no, I'm glad to help out.
Yeah, sweet. It's awesome. We probably would have been playing with that thing for a long time with that other carby on it. So it's yeah, I've learned heaps just talking to you about carbies and seeing the intricacies of what you do with that those billet parts and that sort of thing. So it's been great.
That's good.
And we thank you very much for your help.
Good to show the eye guys how to do it sometimes.
Yeah, we were commenting on that flatness of that fuel curve. So sometimes,
we're still in there.
We're maybe we're converted.
That's it.
Cheers,
awesome.
Ray.
No worries, thanks, Alan.
We're done. Got a few lemon squashes for the trip home. It was a good and bad day. Made good power, but also broke things. And John's car did the job, so.
I have now got 2 extra parts.
I told you needed a 2-piece tail shaft.
2-piece tail shaft. We're just going to weld this one up there.
It already supplies you. Didn't even have to buy one.
Free of charge.
Build your own 2-piece tail shaft.
Customised.
Thanks for watching. What about it, Hoff?
I can't think he's
He's wincing at the lemon squash flavour. It's too wholesome.